I would be remiss if I didn't do a video on this topic. Ondrej Pavelec is on waivers. Now, uh, Gary Lawless in Winnipeg, I saw him on TV last week saying the Jets need to have Pavelec as their starter at the start of the year and get his value up, yada, 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 yada. And I thought, oh boy, they can't go with Pavelec. They can't seriously go with Pavelec. They can't do this again. Jets fans rejoice. Your team is going with Hutchinson and Hellebuck, and you're so much better off. I've had the Winnipeg Jets sitting right on the verge of a playoff spot, and by putting Pavelec in the rearview mirror, his save percentage has been abysmal. His consistency has been terrible. His ability to show up for big games has not been there. And I am as patient as anybody else when it comes to players, especially goaltenders. Ondrej Pavelec leaving Winnipeg is fantastic news for the Jets. Hellebuck's ready. Hutchinson has been ready for a couple years. At the very least, these guys can split starts. And it puts Winnipeg in a much better light for me. Now, I know there's going to be people talking about Olene was pointless in 4 games in Winnipeg in the preseason. It's preseason. Everything changes during the season, and some guys don't play well in preseason. Some guys play great in preseason and still get sent down. Pavelec being on waivers is the best news that a Jets fan could get right now. The other big name on waivers is P.A. Parenteau. Now, of course, Canucks fans are going to jump at the idea of getting him. But you have to wonder, how many teams has he gone through? And the New York Islanders, who have had success with Parenteau in the past, playing with Tavares, saw fit to waive him. So whatever Canuck fans might think he's capable of providing, you might want to rethink it. Because apparently the Islanders don't want him. And they want him during the season, and that's at $1.25 million. The cap hit is fantastic for a guy like Parenteau, who has been a 20-goal scorer in the past. But yeah, I had to, when I saw that, I thought, you know what, I have to do a video on Pavelec because I've been outspoken all summer about how the Jets, part of what makes me angry about Winnipeg is the fact they stay with the same lineup, whether they make the playoffs or they don't. They don't make enough changes, and they don't take a chance. And this year, they finally took a chance. They took a chance, and I'm hoping that it works out for the best for them. And I'm hoping that we see the Jets in the playoffs. And that's not because I'm a Jets fan. I don't have a Jets jersey. But, which isn't necessarily a sign that I don't like them. I like the Jets. I don't love the Jets. They're not a team I actively cheer for. But they're finally making the right moves. Finally. They're giving the right guys the contracts. They're letting the right guys go. And sending Pavelec to the minors is the best move to make. I wish the Hurricanes were that brave when it came to Cam Ward. When Cam Ward's contract was up this summer, I wish the Hurricanes had been that brave. Because Ward hasn't been the same for years now. He's not as low as Pavelec, but it's close. And this is a league that is awash with promising goaltenders, young goaltenders, lots and lots of goaltenders out there to be had if your team is willing to take a chance on a new guy. So yeah, it's a good day for Jets fans, for Islanders fans, and for, you know, personally for me, I had, you know, opening nights rosters that I had figured out. They're out the window. For the Jets, it's good. For the Islanders, I don't know. Barzal, I guess, makes the team. And I'd pick Barzal to make the team. Ho-Sang doesn't make the team. And that's probably for the best. Him and Del Colley go to the minors. And hopefully they learn a little bit playing in the minors. But it's going to be an interesting season now for both teams. This improves the Jets, and it means that the Islanders might be in a little worse shape than I thought in terms of their offensive depth. Because Parenteau was coming in off of a decent season last year, and now he's waived before the season starts. This is pretty damning stuff. Anyways, those are the two main big names. As far as I knew, let me just take a quick look. I know Pulkkinen's on waivers, and everybody's like, "Oh, grab Pulkkinen." No, no, I honestly wouldn't go with Pulkkinen. Who else is there? Klaus Dahlbeck, no. Gregory Campbell, no, he's done. Mark McNeil in Chicago. It's a tough story with that guy. Anton Lander in Edmonton, I think he gets picked. I hope not by Vancouver, but Vancouver might look at Lander, but only if they're willing to lose Granlund, and I don't think they are, or Edom goes down, or maybe Ruutu's not what they want. Claeson's on waivers from Ottawa. Tampa's got Condor and Conacher on waivers, so they're both going down. They won't get claimed. Yeah, and of course the big name being Pavelec. Huge, huge. Yeah, and Christian Ehrhoff was released from his tryout with the Bruins. I guess Boston's decided that their top six is good enough that they don't need to sign Ehrhoff, or Ehrhoff over an extended period of time just doesn't have it anymore. He played relatively well in the World Cup, but again, short tournaments are not the same as regular season, and the Bruins may have figured he didn't have the legs to last a regular season schedule. So, it's probably Europe for him, and this is what I said. Tryouts usually end in heartache for the player getting the tryout. So, anyways, I hope everybody's enjoying their day, and I guess if you're Ondrej Pavelec, you're probably not. But the smartest thing Pavelec could do is go down to the Moose and work on his game and work on getting it back. Or work out a deal where he's loaned to a KHL team. I'm sure there's a team in the KHL that would take a shot at him. I'm sure Winnipeg wouldn't mind him going over there as a loaner and see if he can get his game back. It does happen. I look at Kari Ramo, a goalie who was horrible first time around, and then when he came back to Calgary, he wasn't as horrible, and the first season was actually pretty good. So maybe Pavelec can reclaim his career, but he's not going to do it in Winnipeg. And if you're a Jets fan, that's a good thing. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're just passing through, and I will be back again later.